Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, God bless you. Mike Davies, remember him? The former pastor with Suleman Johnson, or Johnson Suleman, Apostle Johnson Suleman. You remember the last time the guy came on air to talk about his wife, Suleman, and what a messy deal he claimed was happening between him and Suleman. Even though me, as a human, as a person, I didn't believe what he said about the wife and Suleman, not because there is anything special about Suleman, but I read in between the lines and I saw that the guy was a desperate human being. And so just recently, Solomon, who actually did that interview on Mike using his platform, Solomon Temple, came out to talk about Mike being paid $60,000 for the second video, the follow-up video he did, where he claimed that some well-meaning church leaders in the country prevailed on him, and then they intervened and the matter was settled. Well, the story is mixed. Mike actually was paid $60,000 because I heard him speak about that while Solomon engaged him on a discussion he never knew Solomon was taping. All right, when I saw the theme, the title of Solomon's video, I was like, hope this is not all about allegation or being alleged or somebody giving an unconfirmed information. But hearing it from Mike's mouth himself, I'm appalled, I'm amazed. Then my question is, if Suleman gave him $60,000, now does that mean now that he actually has been sleeping with his wife? Or are there other things that the guy truly had on Suleman, that Suleman was so curious and anxious to stop him from going further revealing those things? I wouldn't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Please, I'd like you to watch the video and give your opinion on the matters. Now, the other aspect, I was a bit concerned. Our brother Solomon didn't try to shield anybody's identity. He just opened everything. He named everybody on the video. Meanwhile, I just want to know what you feel at the end of the video. Thank you and God bless you. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Until then, I want to say to you, happy viewership and shalom.
Tonight, I'm going to be talking about the long-awaited issue of how Johnson Suleman, now I'm going to always say Johnson Suleman, do not expect me to call him Apostle Johnson Suleman because he's not worthy to be called an apostle. How Johnson Suleman bribed, paid, gave Pastor Mike Davies $60,000 US. Now, if you're Nigerian, you multiply that by what, 400 and something, isn't it? If you're South African, you multiply that by 15. $60,000 US. I actually thought it was 50, but it's 60. I'm going to play you an exclusive audio, my conversation with Mike Davies. So please share this. Share this link on Facebook, on YouTube. Tag people that you feel would need to know about this. Part of me is an investigator. Now, we cannot just come out and pretend we want truth, and then when we get paid, we shut up. And we're not accountable to people. I try to be as accountable as possible to every one of you and as transparent as possible. But in this case, when people come to a platform like this, Solomon's Temple, we would expect that they will be transparent too, because that's the standard. That's the principle here. So you're not just going to come here, do your thing, and then walk away because you got paid. If that's the case, then I might as well have become a millionaire by now, because I get a lot of people coming to me with stories in South Africa, outside of South Africa. I would just go to the pastor or the prophet behind the scene or the apostle and say, look, I got this stuff and you pay me this amount of money and then I will make the story go away. I would have made so much money. My wife was making fun of me. She said, if I was a corrupt person, I would have become a millionaire. Because trust me, I get stuff on people. But that's not it. It's about people. It's about truth. I'm not selfish to use your story or to cry out and then go back. So that's what we're going to be looking at tonight. But a good evening to you, Tedrick Crack. Good evening to you. Good evening to you also. Say Malume Solo. Thank you so much. Good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Mpilo, watching from Kempton Park. The warfare against charlatans continues. Yes, indeed. That's what we obey. Adoga, from Makodi. Obey, are you Idoma? Abole. Anya. When I was growing up, I learned a language in Nigeria called Idoma. Because my neighbors were Idoma, so I actually used to speak it very fluently growing up. Good evening to you, Jessica. Good evening, Phyllis. Good evening to everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ponso Dumelang. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Kevin. You're also here. Skinner, get that popcorn. Get it popping. Get it popping. Mommy from Cameroon, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Joseph, all the way from the beautiful country of Kenya. Yes, charlatans must fall. Proclaimers TV is saying, don't collect any bribe, my brother. Just keep being faithful. I'm a pastor as well, and I'm against all of them. Pastor Daniel from Abia State. Thank you so much, Pastor Daniel, for the encouragement. Adejimo Champion is saying Suleman is very corrupt. Indeed. Thank you so much. Good evening, Kwanele. Chukwuemeka, all the way from Yola in the far eastern part of Nigeria. It's great to have people from Yola. Bafana from Velcom in the Free State in South Africa. Gladzo, how are you? I didn't see you earlier today and yesterday. Thank you from Limpompo, as she always says it. Faith from Tanzania. Thank you, Faith, for being here. Everybody, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to make this short and clear because what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a little bit of a background about the Suleman issue, right? For those of you guys, I mean, I know a lot of you, or even all of you, know how it started, what happened, who said what was said, and how we got here. And then generally the story just disappeared. You know, Mike Davies, after threats of saying, look, he's going to say this, he's going to do that, he's going to do that, he just disappeared. Now, Mike Davies was a staff as a pastor with Omega Fire Ministries, which is where Johnson Suleman is, leading that cult. And he said he was there for about 16 years, got married there. For some reason, later on, he said Suleman, to cut the long story short, Suleman took possession of his wife. Suleman was having a relationship with her wife behind his back, and then his wife now left him with the children, and they left him alone. And Suleman gave her a church in Abuja, Nigeria, to lead as a pastor, and he was kicked out. Now, after he said that, Suleman came, denied it, said certain stuff with his wife there, and I interviewed Mike Davies here twice, interrogated him. He approached me last year, before this whole thing came out. He told me his story, that he really wanted the platform for him to share. And I believed in his story, and I believe he needed to be given the right platform to do that. And I gave him the right platform. And because you guys are there, I know if I give anybody an opportunity on this platform, whatever they say, you guys would show your support to them, especially people who have been victimized. You guys will show your support through social media, financially. I know you guys do that. And thank you for doing that. I gave him the opportunity. He gave his start of the story, what happened and all that. You can go check out my videos on YouTube. This channel, Solomon's Temple, there's a lot of the videos there that you can actually check out. And even Suleman's people, tried to get some of my videos out. Some of the videos that I did on that, they tried to get it out of my channel, And I was approached by his estranged wife, that is, Faith, Davies. And I organized, and we had an interview with her. She gave her side of the story. But Suleman was still in denial. And there was a guy called Darlington who approached me. He approached me earlier. He actually was the one that said, no, Suleman, even when they tried to get my videos down, when they got my videos down, I said, look, you cannot fight that way. Fight with the truth. You can't go behind and try to get my video off. They say, no, they're going to try to fix it, which they never did. And I had to follow the legal route with YouTube to fix that up. So they lied to me. And they said, no, you interview Faith and all that kind of stuff. And I interviewed her. Now, after a while, Suleman kept to his side of the story, and Mike Davies kept to his side of the story, and promised that he is going to reveal certain things that is going to shock people about Suleman, because Suleman is not who he says he is. So everybody was waiting, isn't it? A lot of us were waiting, and I was in constant communication with him. He sends me WhatsApp messages and all that kind of thing. And then all of a sudden, I woke up in the morning and people were sending me videos of Mike Davies, who has been attacking and saying a lot of things around Johnson Suleman the last 3 weeks. Now, there's a video of him apologizing to Johnson Suleman. It was a one-sided apology. Yes, we know that. And I was shocked. I sent him a message. I said, brother, what's going on here? He said, no, he's going to talk to me. And I never heard from him. Meanwhile, there's a guy called Darlington who's been telling me, he works, from what I get to know now, he works with Suleman. And he's been in touch with me. And he said, no, he's trying to broker a deal between them. All of a sudden, there's a video showing that, like, you were forced to apologize. It looks like it. The way that they created the video. Is the video real? Was he forced to apologize? I don't know. But I will tell you what I think. I think every part of that video was staged to deceive you and I, to make it look like he was under duress, to make it look like, they had a gun to his head and he needed to apologize, to make a video that would make Suleman looks good. That is some sort of a retraction of all that he had said about Suleman. So you came to this platform, Solomon's Temple, you said all that you did, you said, and now you're making a video that looks like indirectly this is a retraction. So I approached him, I said, no, you need to tell people the truth. He said, what happened? He told me, no, he was adopted. He was in Abuja and he was abducted. You know, there's this car that just came, and then like a movie, like, come on, Mike, you playing with me? And he was taken into the car and he was taken to a certain place, you know, and he was now forced to make the video. And after he was forced to make the video, they now gave him $60,000. I said, did they beat you up? Nobody beat you up. Did they touch you? No. Do they have guns? No. And you made a video, such video. Say, no, they gave me 60,000 US dollars. I actually thought it was 50,000 because someone had told me that he has been paid. And a lot of people had warned me about Mike Davies. They said, no, this guy is just going to get money. Once he gets money, he's going to vamoose. He's going to disappear. He's going to keep quiet. We've seen a lot of that in Nigeria, even in South Africa, across Africa. Somebody comes out shouting, hey. You give them money, they're quiet. And I told him, no, you need to tell people exactly what happened. If the truth is you were abducted, you need to tell people the truth. And he said, okay, he's going to get back to me. He never did. And I now got in touch with him again after a week. You said you were going to get back to me. Why? He said, no, he's just thinking he wants to process it and think about it before he comes because of his family and all that. And he said, no, I should give him 3 weeks. After 3 weeks, he's going to come out and make a video. He initially said he was going to make a video and send it to me, explaining what happened in that video, that he apologized to Suleman. He never did. And I gave him 3 weeks. He said 3 weeks. I never heard from him. That was way in early February. So we're talking about this is 6-7 weeks later now. Now, unknown to him, one of our conversations, in one of our second conversation, that is, I recorded the conversation because I need to play safe. Because if I don't do these kind of things, you guys will come here and think, Solomon, why did you bring such people here to come lie? You know, some people will be saying, no, we told you he's lying. We told you he's lying. And some people will be saying, Solomon, you're bringing people that have no credibility here. But what I'm trying to say is I do my best to bring anybody that has a need, such need, and to talk about it. But at the same time, I record it. Just so if they are lying to all of us, we would know the kind of people that they are. And that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to play you an audio of that conversation. And I want you to please listen carefully. Listen carefully. This was the second conversation. You know, after he had told me the whole drama of how in Abuja, there was this car that came, he was walking and they now came and abducted him, put him in the car and took him to somewhere outside the city and forced him to make that video. They didn't beat him. They didn't have guns. And then they made you make that video and then they threw 60,000 US dollars at you. Was that what happened? I don't think that happened. I don't think that was what happened. I think there was no abduction. I think they negotiated and he was paid $60,000. It's as simple as that. I said, where's the money? He said, the money is with his attorney. You are Nigerian and you're giving attorney 60,000 US dollars. It doesn't happen. So I feel he was lying to me. But here is the audio. I want you to listen and understand that and make up your mind.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning. Seems like you just woke up from sleep.
Hello?
Yeah, did you just wake up from sleep?
No, not quite. That was in my study.
Okay. How are you?
By His grace. His grace.
Good. You said you were going to make a video yesterday.
Yeah, between that yesterday till now, I've been having some kind of serious frictions with my family.
They don't want you to make the video to clear your name, or they are trying to.
The position they are standing on is that the video that went out is not about retraction. Are you with me?
Yes.
That the video, that there are two videos that they saw.
Okay.
That the first one was very clear that what do you call it? That I was on a spiritual sojourn and I had directions from the Lord. And secondly, because of well-meaning Nigerians and church leaders who intervened, that I was willing to give peace a chance and all of that. That as far as they are concerned, and that I also talked about amicable resolution. And that as far as they are concerned, that even as Christians, no matter the disagreement, we must come to terms of resolution. And that they don't see how that video affects me in any way. That people, of course, will have their opinions on the issue. And that secondly, it is clear from all indications in those videos that I was under duress to do those videos. I didn't do it on my own free will.
But people don't know. People don't know that. I mean, I understand you have to work with family. First, you said you were abducted in Abuja, right? Did you tell them exactly what happened?
They are aware.
So how did you tell them? How did you tell them? In summary, how did you tell them what happened?
No, I told them now everything that happened, now how I was, compelled, using force and all of that to do that video. They said they understand that what they are saying is not, whether or not I was compelled. That even from the videos, everybody can see that clearly. You get my point?
So
something is not right.
That
what they are saying is that I should just let the issue rest and move on with my life. Since he was even willing in the first place to consider terms of resolution and all of that, that I should let it go.
But Mike, do you want to stand for the truth? Do you think that is the right thing to do? If you want to stand for the truth,
that is the right thing. That is the right thing to do.
So but look at it. You were adopted. You told me you were adopted in Abuja. Car just came and you were arrested and you were taken to a hidden place. I asked you if you were beaten or you were, anything was done to you physically. No. But then they made a video. Now you made a video for them, apologizing for the way you handle things. Yes, I understood you didn't apologize for what you said. I understand that. And then after making a video for them, you told me they now gave you $50,000. Now, where is the $50,000? $60,000, right?
Yes.
Where is the money now again?
The money is not with me at the time.
Where's the money
with my
now?
lawyer, and I told them to return the money. So they are still dragging because what they are trying to do is that number one, the money that was given to me was not for the issue that I raised. It was basically for for the 16 years of my service to the ministry. Are you get what I'm saying? I told them that I don't need the money because when I came out, because my lawyer told them that from the outset of this issue, money was never the intentions. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes.
Money was never my intention. I didn't ask them for money, for no money. All I came out for was for my family to be returned to me.
So now your family was not returned to you, and money was given to you.
No, listen. As for my wife, she has clearly stood her ground. Are you with me? She has clearly stood her ground that she does not want the marriage anymore. As we speak.
I get you.
So,
you see that the most difficult part is, the most difficult part now is, you were given money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was I was told that you were giving money even before you told me you were giving money. Right? I was told you were giving money and promised the Canadian passport even before you told me you were giving money. So the fact that you were giving money, I didn't hear it from you for the first time. I heard it from another source for the first time. Now there's this guy, Darlington, who's been coming to me, trying to pretend, talking to you and then coming to me, who is the chief negotiator, who you told me was the guy that led the abduction. You right? And he sent me a message telling me that you are the one actually who invited him to Abuja to help broker the deal, to help bring peace and bring reconciliation. So now I'm confused. You were telling me he was the guy that came and abducted you and part of the team and gave you $60,000. And now you are telling me, and now he's telling me, no, he wasn't part of that. He didn't know anything about the abduction. You were the one. I have a message that was between the two of you. He said he was going to Canada, but then he had to wait and postpone because you wanted him to come to Abuja. Hold on, I'm coming to get the spider. Hold on. You know, so now the whole thing for me is confusing. Mike, you have to remember, if you didn't put this out, you wouldn't have gotten the support and the response from them. So because you put it out, you made videos, you came to platforms like mine, other people believed in your story, and now it went out. That was why you received this support, and at least there is some sort of, whatever sort of reconciliation you have between them. People deserve to know what happened. Your family cannot tell you. Your family was not there. Your family was not the one that advised you to put things out. They were not there when people were on social media, people were putting pressure and talking about Omega Fire and Suleman. That is why they had to cool down. So now you are telling me that you don't want to talk to people, you don't want to respond to people because of your family, because peace was reconciled. To be honest with you, I don't buy that story, and I would not agree with that story. And it would be difficult for me to even agree with the fact that they gave you $60,000 and then you gave it to your attorney and you want to return the money. How are we going to know that you returned the money? If you did return the money, how are we going to know that you're not going to keep the money? How are we not going to believe the upside of the story where you're saying you were doing it for money in the first place because you were broke and everything? How are we not going to believe that? You see the complication. And what is truth? Truth, people deserve to know whether your family has another opinion. You have to tell them, you have to respect my opinion, because if your reputation is finished, if you say something or if you don't say something, you know, and the fact that going into the future before God, there's nothing like truth there. What your family is telling you to do, for me, and I would speak for many others, that's not the right way to handle it. That's incomplete. Yes, if you guys reconcile, fine, but you need to tell people the truth, because what we're going to see now from you is you're just going to keep quiet forever. You're not going to talk about it. We've seen a lot of other cases like that. I've seen a lot of other cases, people that will come to me and use my platform to create awareness and to put pressure on whoever, and they will get paid and they keep quiet and they will never talk. They will keep saying, but this. Brother, this was not about you. Now you're making it just about you alone. If it was just about you, you wouldn't have put this thing out there for everybody to see.
Correct.
And to know.
You know what I'm looking at, right? Before you sent me this message, I was just about to go for a meeting. What I'm looking at doing is when I finish, what you have said now is more like a counsel, or what you feel about the matter, or what you feel is best to do. All right. So what I'm looking at is probably to grant an interview through your platform. Are you getting what I'm saying? Are you getting what I'm saying?
I'm listening to you, yes.
To grant an interview through a platform to let the world know what eventually happened about the resolution. All right. So when I'm finished with my meeting, I'll give you a call back and I'll let you know how we feel about that.
Well, when do you intend to let people know?
Yes, as soon as possible. It's not something I intend to delay now.
It has to be like urgent now. People are asking questions. People are even getting tired. We told you, Solomon. Mike is one of those guys. He just used you. He just came out because he needed money. Now you were telling me he's been paid $60,000. How are you even going to make sure you give proof to people that you returned that money? Right? Suleman is not going to come out and say he gave you money. No.
It's not a problem. You know, I told you I have.
There's a lot of complication here, Mike. And if you are in ministry, and if you're not transparent and honest and accountable, forget about ministry. Go look for another job.
No, definitely. It's not a problem. When I finish, I will give you a call back, then we'll know what to do. All right? Hello?
Okay. I would hear from you then.
I will give you a call back.
Please, let's do this as soon as possible. Whether it's my platform or not my platform, for me, people need to know. You didn't just come to me as somebody who is a YouTuber and a Christian journalist. No. You came to me as a brother. You came to me as another, counsel. You came to me as somebody who you believe is going to be objective. And I'm trying to be as objective as possible. When I shared your story, I tried to be as objective as possible. Now is your chance to tell people the truth. You need to be as objective as possible. If not, if we don't do this in the next 24 hours or whatever, to be honest with you, I'm done with this. And I'm just gonna fold my arms, and I'm gonna believe the first thing I was told. Mike negotiated. He was paid $60,000 to release that video, and that was the end of it. As simple as that. That's just gonna be what I'm gonna believe, because there's no any other thing I'm going to believe.
There's no need to believe that. I will revert to you.
I'll wait and hear from you then.
All right.
Thanks.
He did it.
Yeah.
So, I felt listening to this audio again, I feel disappointed in Mike because he's a chronic liar. I'm giving you my conclusion now. He is as corrupt as Suleman. For him to sit down and cook this story up, this story that he cooked up that isn't even really tight. He came and used this platform to get Suleman's attention. I was the only person to interview him. Nobody else, no journalist, no one in Nigeria interviewed him. I was the only person anywhere to interview him. And I was also, the only person to interview him and his wife, Faith. Now, when we support any cause that is for truth, we're not just going to be fools and allow you to fool us around, because we are not. We are doing it with a good heart. A lot of you guys who are here watching now, you would support any cause that stands for truth, because we know that these charlatans and fake prophets and pastors, they all using their corrupt system, and they've really, brought the name of the church into disrepute. I spoke to this guy over and over. I gave him time to say, look, tell people the truth. But he went ahead, like one of my sisters here said, and got a Pentecostal handshake. Somebody called it an apostolic impartation of $60,000. That's a lot of money in Nigeria. I don't think you would give anybody $60,000 and they would take it and give it to their attorney. An attorney to keep money for you in Nigeria? You don't know what you're talking about. So he thought I was a fool. He said no, he was paid $60,000 for his 16 years of service. So is that how you get paid for 16 years of service? They abduct you and then they make you, they force you to make a video and then they pay you. Come on, Mike. We're not kids. So Mike, somebody said Mike is a mumu. Mike has disappointed us. He has embarrassed us. He has brought shame and disgrace to his name. He is a charlatan as equally as his Johnson Suleman. People have come to this platform that I created to try to cash in. I know people that came to Bushiri. There's a girl that came from Bushiri side. I know she was trying to cash in. About 4 people that I know that use this platform to cash in. I don't ask for percentage. I wouldn't say, oh, Mike, whatever you get from Suleiman, 10% is mine before we go ahead. No, I'm not in that business. That's not the business of truth. But Mike has showed himself to be, I seldom don't use this word, but I'm going to use it, a fool. He's become like the Pharisees. Remember, that's what Jesus called the Pharisees and the Sadducees. And I'm careful. I normally don't use words like fool, stupid, no. But in this case, I'm going to use it. Permit me to. After deceiving so many people, we created a huge campaign for truth because we believe Mike deserved to have his wife back. Justice should be given to Mike. Suleiman did. Of course, I know Suleiman did all that. But you cannot come ahead and now cook up a story and tell me that you were abducted and given 60. Whoever abducts, the abductors in Nigeria, they are the ones that would ask you to pay them. And you know, in Nigeria recently, there's been quite a lot of abduction and kidnapping for ransom. So people would kidnap you and then pay you for kidnapping you. Oh man, Jesus. I just thought about that now and I was like, this guy is such a liar. They'll kidnap you and then pay you for kidnapping you. 60,000 US dollars. They never hurt you. As you heard from the audio, they didn't touch him. They didn't harm him in any way. And you made a video for them. You made a video trying to fool us so we would think you were under duress. We would think you were intimidated to make that video. So you made your face funny and all that kind of stuff. No, don't play us, bro. Don't play us. Your game is over. Your game is over. Somebody here is converting the money into South African rand. That's about 870,000 South African rand. That's close to R1 million that he was given. And if he hadn't come to this platform, he's been after me since last year. And if people like you guys didn't create this whole campaign on social media talking about it and saying, no, this cannot happen, Suleiman's attention wouldn't have been captured. People are funny. Adejomo Champion is saying that was a Pentecostal kidnap. Becky here is saying lie that went to Harvard University. You see, if we put money over God, we would continue to suffer. Our life would know no peace. And Mike's life would know no peace. Not because that's my prayer for him, no, but because he has broken a biblical principle. It's simple. Came and lied and kept lying and kept lying with no shame. After spending 16 years with Johnson Suleman. Of course, he has become like Johnson Suleman. They lie to each other. They know each other. They know they're all criminals. The same thing happened with Bushiri and people like Charles Farai, who were working with him. They broke. They left him. They broke. They bring up some stuff from the past and try to make money from him. So both of them, Suleman, chief liar. Mike, chief liar. I played this video for you because I have to be sure that, you know, I don't leave things hanging. I brought this story on this platform and I started with you, and I feel you deserve to know the conclusion. And this is the conclusion. You've heard it from the audio. James in Zambia is converting that 60,000 US dollars into kwacha, into the Zambian kwacha, and that is about 1.3 million Zambian kwacha. How many Namibian dollars is that? How many Kenyan shillings is that? Let's have the Kenyan tell us how many Kenyan shillings. How many Ghanaian cedis is that? Tell us. If you're in Uganda, if you're in Cameroon, tell us. Convert that. You know, I don't regret giving people my platform or helping people. People are gonna lie to you anyway. But one thing is, if you come on my platform, if you lie to us, we would know you lied to us and we would expose you. It's as simple as that. So I don't believe in shutting down the door on people. Even when I had the interview with Mike, I told him, how are we sure you're not doing this for money? He said, no, he's not doing this for money. How are we sure you're not with like Suleman in your behavior and everything? Because you spent 16 years with him. Say, no, he's changed. He's not like Suleman. So what do? You give people a benefit of a doubt. You give them a second chance. Unfortunately, he didn't use that second chance well enough. I feel there's a problem with Mike. Okay, we got Kenyan shillings here. That's a lot of money in Kenyan shillings, guys. What are you saying? Are you trying to tell me this is what? 222,000? Or is it 222,000 or 222 million? Hey, the Nigerians are converting it into the Nigerian naira already, right? So what do we have? It's about 27 million naira. 28 million naira. That's what Proclaimers TV also said. My collected was 28,200,000 naira. So you serve a church for 16 years and they give you that kind of money. Which currency is this? MK is 47,000. 47 what? Million? 400,000? Is that what you're saying? MK, is that what? Which currency is that? Is that a Ugandan currency? Grace is in Kuwait. So she's converting it into the Kuwait dinar. She said 18,000 plus. That's a lot of money. Yeah, let's go to Cameroon. Let's see how much it's in Cameroon. Product of God's grace is saying that is 33 million Cameroonian CFA, Cameroonian francs. Sweetie is saying Mike should be a Nollywood actor. Of course, because all he told me there was lies upon lies. Chibi Gochuku is in Malaysia, and he said the Malaysian ringgit, that is 245,729.09 So Jessica is saying, so coming to this platform make Mike a rich man. Oh, Jessica, don't even start it. Japanese yen is 6 million yen. See? All my people all over the world, they're converting it now. All my Africans in diaspora. And you can look at it and you know it's quite a bit of money, isn't it? Josephine is saying, I'm watching from the island of St. Martin's. You're doing a good job. St. Martin's, where is that? Is that around Guyana in the Caribbean? St. Martin should be a small, is that close to Suriname? Maybe close to Suriname, I guess. So Rachel is converting it into the Dubai dirhams. That's about 216,000 UAE dirhams. Tochku has gone the British way. And that's almost 40,000 pounds. 40,000 British pounds. Felix is saying that's about 20 million Kenyan shillings. Alex is saying that's Ugandan shillings is 222 million. Dude, what are you saying? Is the Nigerian naira better than the Ugandan shillings? So this is 222 million Ugandan shillings. What can you do with that money? That's a bit of money. Okay, finally, praise and worship is converting it to the euro. 49,000 plus in euro. What they use in Germany. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. Just so you know that when I investigate something and I feel there's discrepancies, I have to be accountable to you. I need to share that with you. Just to let you know that there are people there that are fraudulent that will come out crying like everything is okay. We give them a chance, but when we discover that they are not who they say they are, we expose them. We tell them, we address them. And as you can see, I've addressed this with Mike privately for about 8 weeks. He never came clean. And situations like this have shown us more and more who Suleman is. Pay anybody to take the story away. Now the story everywhere is quiet. Mike is not saying anything. It's been almost 2 months now. Nobody is saying anything. And that was not what he told people. So there's no sense of accountability with them. They just make money and move on. That's what they want. So that's the stuff that I wanted to share with you. Oh wow, people are still converting it. Linda is converted it to Namibian dollar. That's about 869,440 and 479 Namibian dollar. Alfred is in Norway. He said the Norwegian crowns, that is about 498, almost 500,000 Norwegian crowns. The truth is in Sierra Leone. Dude, is this million? Are you trying to say it's about 609 Sierra Leonean leons? Wow. Almost 500 million there. See, no small money. Somebody in Sierra Leone will make a good use of that kind of money. Not charlatans like this that would go and buy expensive stuff and spend it on women. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Yeah, this is a good question, actually. Is there anyone from Zimbabwe to give us the equivalent? Please, before I close down, I need to know the equivalent of this money in Zimbabwe. Because I know, the Zimbabweans, that's going to be quite a lot of money. That would be the record that is going to be set. Not looking down on the Zimbabweans, but it's just a reality of it to see how the corruption in our leadership has changed and has really destroyed our economy. Okay, Malawi is here. Malawi is saying this is about 47 million Malawi kwacha. Live season is saying Zim dollar $60,000. No, it's not 60,000 Zim dollars. Please, somebody do that conversion for us. Somebody do that conversion for us. So Chuku is saying that money is peanut in America. That's not peanut in America. No, that's not peanut in America. That's good money. You can do something with that in America. You know. Sandra is saying it's about 2 billion bond in Zim. What does that mean? No. Awaji, that's not true. He's saying it's showing error in Zimbabwe. No, come on. That's not true. Oh, bond is a currency. Okay. So about 2 billion bond in Zimbabwe. Yeah, here we go. Swiss francs are here. 660,000 Swiss francs. So it's almost equivalent. That's not peanut. Never. Yeah, Botswana Pula. It's a strong currency also. About 636,000 Botswana Pula. Thanks, Paul. I saw somebody posted something here. Jessica is saying, according to Uncle Google. Wow, I don't even get this. What does it mean? I just see numbers. So that's what Mike did. We always pray for people to repent and God forgive them. He always does. But there are consequences for Mike and for Johnson Suleman and everybody that was part of that. And Darlington, people like that. There are consequences. And God will judge you. Even if you repent, God would, there's still going to be judgment because you need to go make things right. Anyway, wanted to share this with you. Guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. Yeah, we're going to keep working, standing on the truth. That's very important. As I stand on the truth, please, I would like to ask again, there are legal issues that I'm facing. Solomon's Temple, people taking me to court, being sentenced to prison, another court case, being asked to pay 5 million rand for something I never did. And I need to go to court and fight this, and that requires money. So please, some of you guys really sent in some money yesterday. I really appreciate your support. If you're in South Africa, this is an account number. Everything that you put there, we go into legal side of things and operations of Solomon Temple. There's a lot that I do behind the scene. I've been putting my own money for so many years. Now I feel like we've gotten to a place where the need is so great, and people like you who can support this. So we can out people like Mike, people like then Johnson Suleman, so we can do something. There's actually a big TV network that has approached me that they want to do some sort of investigative thing with me, just to bring light and to sort of like bring awareness to the things that we do, that Africans are standing for the truth and all that. So during the year, hopefully we're going to be able to do something, and you might just see it. You'll be shocked when it comes out. We're just in the very early stage of things now, talking about things, but we have to stand for truth. We cannot fold and watch our arms, and watch these people, fold our arms and watch these people do their own thing. If you're overseas, if you want to support via PayPal, please do. Please do.